Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
ma'am.
How is everybody today?
And so nice to hear your voice. I always
ओ,
come to Aman's
ओके
live to
गाइस,
hear
एक एक
you.
करके
Your
बोलना।
That's
voice
so.
is
एक एक करके
so
बोलना।
sweet.
एक एक करके,
Huh.
एक एक करके।
I want to say to her first, please. I've become her fan
Oh,
because your
that's so
voice
sweet.
is so sweet, so beautiful, so melodious. I just love to hear her.
That's sweet.
मैं भी कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ। मैं पहली बार मैम के साथ लाइव आया हूँ।
Yes.
नहीं, एक्चुअल में क्या था ना कि मैं और मैम अमन के लाइव में कांस्टेंट हैं। कभी कभी आते हैं, बट कभी मैम पहले आते थे, कभी मैं आता था, बट कभी मैम से मैंने बात नहीं करी। बट मैं आपको बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ। आप जिस प्रकार से बोलते हो और
Yeah.
जो पॉजिटिविटी लाते हो,
Yeah.
बहुत बहुत सही। मैंने कभी बात नहीं करी, आज मौका मिल रहा है, मैं आपको बोल देता हूँ।
And you know, I've never come to Aman's live before, but मैंने जब आपको सुना, मुझे ऐसा लगा यार, this is something very attractive. Who is she?
That's so sweet of you guys. First of all, कोई fans होने की like तो हूँ नहीं, but I really appreciate the appreciation. That's very sweet of you guys.
Where are you from? Are you in US? Which place?
Yeah, New York.
Oh, you're from New York. How's weather over there? Is it snowing?
It's not snowing. It's colder, but not snowing quite yet. So
Oh.
it's not too bad. It's getting there. Winter's about to come.
मुझे भी
So
बहुत खुशी हो रही है मेरे लाइव में आज योगी फूड एंड फ्लेवर मैम और एक न्यू सिडनाज फैन मेरे लाइव में। और
Bhavna.
रात के
My name is Bhavna.
और रात
that
के
is
4 बजे
that is
सुबह
so.
सुबह
हमारे यहाँ खैर आप लोगों को कहीं तो रात के 4 बजे, यहाँ पे सिर्फ दोपहर के 5 बजे है, आफ्टरनून के 5 बजे है।
और
But still,
UK में 10 बज गए हैं.
हाँ, आप लोगों के क्या 10 बज गए. So देखिए ना, so many people from so many different countries coming together. You know, and everybody has a different personality. Everybody has a different background. But ये
Yes.
uniting factor है. I think that's a very beautiful thing. And Yogi, Bhavna, thank you so much. You guys are very sweet. With your compliments, I'm definitely not deserving, but I really appreciate the love. And I think that's what this forum, and at least this particular group of people, is all about. We're about loving. You know, we're not about competing. We're not, you know, this is not a place to. What I've seen on other social media platforms is it's used as a place to kind of show your aggression that's built up from other things, you know, that you take out here. तो ये सब यहाँ नहीं होता. And लोग you know पूछते कि हम देखिए हम इस फैंडम बोले, ये इस थियरी बोले, इसके इतने बड़े फैंस क्यों हैं? हम फैन इसलिए हैं because ये शुरू ही हुआ है प्यार से, right? It started with a belief and faith in love and in something divine.
Yeah.
So how can that ever be wrong? So जो लोग इसको अलग नाम से बोलते हैं, जो उनको एक अलग दिशा से दिखाते हैं, उनकी सोच ही गलत है.
We fall in love with their love, actually.
Exactly. Well, I think what we fall in love with is the fact that we saw something magical. आज की दुनिया में जो मतलब से भरी है, जो even when it comes to friendships, partnerships, you know, marriage, सब कुछ एक सौदा हो गया, है ना? जो हम देख हम नाप तोल के करते हैं, we size people up, you know, whether we're in the west or the east. You know, अगर आप किसी के प्रोफाइल पे जाओ, आजकल तो सारे apps हो गए, लोग, you know, to meet their partners. So many people, why do they opt for apps? Because it's too scary to get to know a person, है ना? कि आप गलती से प्यार में आ जाओ और वो उस लिस्ट को ना पूरा कर पाए जो आपने तय किया था. So the fear of that, not being able to complete that, not being able to get that, is what makes people more calculating in the one bond that's supposed to be above all bonds. So I think that's what it's not even about two people, because it's more about seeing magic. And I think that's what people fail to understand. हम किसी की personal life में नहीं झांक रहे, हम delusional thoughts या अपने ख्याली पुलाव नहीं पका रहे. हमने एक बहुत खूबसूरत चीज देखी है, उसकी कदर करते हैं, और खूबसूरत it's Christmas time, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
anyone who's in the West knows that Christmas time is a time when people wish on
yeah,
falling stars, and
yeah.
kiss
Of
under
course,
mistletoe.
yes. Of
तो
course,
ये
yes.
उसी होप एंड फेथ का एक चैप्टर है, एक पहलू है. तो आई थिंक ये समझना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. और आप देखें, एंड व्हाट्स सो यूनिक अबाउट दिस, कितने there's so many celebrity couples out there, right?
Yeah.
Even जो बिग बॉस वाले हैं, जो बिग बॉस देखते हैं,
Mhm.
वो अक्सर सलमान खान के फैन होते हैं. लेकिन मैंने कभी नहीं देखा या सुना कि उनकी किसी जोड़ी के साथ लोग शिप करते हैं, या हम ज्यादा हम सुनते हैं न्यूज, लेकिन
Yeah,
वी डोंट डाइजेस्ट इट, राइट? एंड
yeah,
इतने सारे सेलिब्रिटी कपल्स होते हैं जिनको हमने देखा है.
yeah,
इवन बिग बॉस में हमने कितने सेलिब्रिटी कपल्स को बनते
yeah,
बिखरते
yeah,
हुए देखा है, लेकिन
yeah.
अटैचमेंट तो नहीं हुई. तो
बिल्कुल.
what I want to explain is attachment isn't because um, it's a couple or whatever. It's because it was the greatest example of hope and
Yeah, they are
faith.
selfless and unconditional love towards each other.
Exactly. And the uncalculated nature the two people connected. I think that's what it is.
Yes,
I think it's
absolutely.
calculation versus, you know, versus just purity in thought, purity in mind, purity in bonding. अब उसके साथ एक ही प्रॉब्लम है कि वो देख लिया, हमने उसकी इज्जत भी कर लिया, हमने उससे प्यार भी कर लिया, लेकिन इशू ये होता है कि हम ये भूल गए कि एक बार जब कैमरास ऑफ हुए, तो उसके बाद हमारा जो विजुअल इंटरेक्शन है वो खत्म है. उसके बाद हम वही देखेंगे जो वो देखना चाहेंगे, अगर चाहेंगे. तो हमें ये नहीं समझ में आया कि वी शुड कंटिन्यू टू एडमायर व्हाट वी सॉ बिकॉज इट इज द ग्रेटेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ होप एंड फेथ. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हर दफा कोई कुछ बोले इसके खिलाफ या हम सबूत मांगते फिरे. दैट गोज अगेंस्ट व्हाट we're here for. अगर आपको फेथ में बिलीव है, आपको होप में बिलीव है, तो आप क्वेश्चंस क्यों पूछोगे? And that's
हाँ जी.
besides the point. तो यही बात है ना. Even what I'll say is, even there's iconic couples both on off screen that people talk about, right? Love stories.
Yeah.
For instance, एक love story है that I remember जो हमारे नानी दादियाँ हमेशा जिक्र करते थे, and वो नरगिस और सुनील दत्त जी की थी. So people for centuries would speak about them. Why? Because it was a beautiful love story from what they saw. It wasn't an on-screen pair. In fact, on-screen तो वो mother and son थे. लेकिन people talk about the level of devotion and things that they heard about. ठीक है, but कोई घर में तो नहीं घुसता था ना. इज्जत
Yeah.
करते थे, प्यार करते. उस जमाने में हर कोई कहता था कि शौहर हो तो सुनील दत्त जैसा, जो अपनी
हाँ.
बीवी को मिसेस दत्त कह के इज्जत से बुलाते हैं और
हाँ.
उनको इतना सराहते हैं. तो that's what I'm trying to say is people have forgotten that we're respecting the bond. We're not to be keyed into the bond, because problem ये होता है ना. And I think I heard this somewhere actually I heard this recently. I think it was पता नहीं कोई ब्रह्म कुमारी सेशन था या कुछ ऐसा था, but it was a concept that really resonated with me. अक्सर हम सोचते हैं जब हमारे साथ बुरा होता है कि हम तो नेगेटिव लोग नहीं है, हमने तो कुछ नेगेटिव किसी को किया नहीं है.
Yeah.
लेकिन सोचना ये पड़ता है कि किया नहीं है वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन कभी सोचा है क्या? क्योंकि सोचने से भी नेगेटिविटी होती है. तो
Yeah,
अगर
yeah.
if you're thinking, if you have doubts, if जो चीज आप देख रहे हो, अगर उससे आपको एंगर मिलता है, आपको सैडनेस मिलता है, चाहे कुछ भी हो, चाहे आप एक सीरियल देख रहे हो, चाहे आप बिग बॉस देख रहे हो, चाहे कोई क्रिकेट गेम देख रहे हो, अगर उससे आप नेगेटिविटी लाते हो तो आप अपनी जिंदगी में भी नेगेटिविटी लाते हो. एंड दैट्स नॉट व्हाट दोस थिंग्स आर फॉर. नन ऑफ देम. They're to inspire. They're not to make you perspire. So I hope people keep that in mind. And my thing is also there's a huge social message, which is the reason I felt like I wanted to come. I wanted to speak to people who believed in it. And that is those who were trying to undermine it. Please understand it's not based on facts. Their undermining was the biggest example of classism. मतलब ऐसे लोग जो लोगों के बैकग्राउंड को लेके भेदभाव करते हैं
हाँ
कि हाँ
जी.
ये तो यहाँ से आई, एक यहाँ की लड़की वहाँ का नहीं हो सकता. और ये हमारे एक सबसे अनफॉर्चुनेट पार्ट तो ये है कि ये हमारे कल्चर का एक बहुत ही भद्दा हिस्सा हो चुका है. हमारा देश, हमारा ममालिक जो है, पूरा साउथ ईस्ट एशिया, किसी एक ममालिक की बात नहीं कर रही, इस चीज से भरा पड़ा है कि ये औकात वाली बात सबसे ज्यादा प्रेवलेंट है, जो कि दुनिया में कहीं और नहीं है. तो इस बात का ये एक और एग्जाम्पल है जिसको आप परपेचुएट कर रहे हो. तो मेरा प्रॉब्लम यही था कि जो इस चीज को नकारते हैं, आप लोग समझिएगा कि वो इसलिए नहीं नकार रहे क्योंकि है या नहीं है, इसलिए नकार रहे बिकॉज वो कह रहे कि ये कैसे हो सकता है, ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए. तो इट्स जस्ट लाइक आप सोचे अगर एक एपिसोड में भी कुछ लोग कह रहे थे नहीं ये तो टाइम पास कर रहा है, कितनी गंदी बात है ना?
I know.
तो
Yeah.
दैट्स अ वेरी डिमीनिंग थिंग। तो टाइम पास किसके साथ करते हो आप? कोई ऐसी
बिल्कुल।
चीज या वस्तु के साथ जिसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है।
अरे
तो
वो
ये
इंसान जब उस लड़की को घर पे लेके चला गया, अपनी मदर के साथ, अपनी सिस्टर्स के साथ उसको रख रहा है, तो वो टाइम पास करेगा उसके साथ। Why
हाँ,
people think that way?
एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से। वो लोग इसलिए बोल रहे थे किसी को नीचा दिखाने के लिए, इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि सही है या गलत है।
हाँ
अक्सर लोग पूछते कि घर में रहने वाले लोग क्यों ऐसा बोलते हैं, सबको
या
मालूम है सब कुछ। ये एक हेट्रेड निकालने का मौका है। आप
या
याद करोगे जब सना कैप्टन बनी थी, उसको ही सबसे ज्यादा लोगों ने सताया था, किसी और
बिल्कुल।
से हुआ ही नहीं था। तो आप लोगों को अभी ये सब हो रहा है, then आप लोगों की गलती है। So anyhow, guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry about my soapbox. मुझे अभी जाना है, but it was such a pleasure to be with all of you guys. And I hope I come back again when Yogi ji and Bhavna ji are here.
Uh,
Because
uh,
it's
I want, before you go, please, one thing I wanted to know.
sure, of course.
Are you with Aman from the starting days of BB, or did you met him
No,
after that?
no. Actually, not at all. In fact, starting days I didn't even watch. So what had happened is I think I had randomly come across this. Sometime it was after BB. I think it wasn't even during. And I heard what he was
Oh,
saying.
yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, that's good. And then
I just heard about.
before you go, I want to talk to you. So many things, if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah, you know what? I have to
How's
talk for longer.
how's
But I
Sana's
think to tell you,
how's Sana's relation with her sisters and mother?
wouldn't want to speak personally, but from what I've heard, she's a beautiful person, and all those who've come in contact with her see that beauty. So that's a wonderful thing. I think that's something people wonder, but from what I've heard, that she's a beautiful person, and everyone has appreciated her for who she is. So
Okay.
I'll say that. So it's good. In a nutshell, my roundabout way of saying that, yeah, how could, and when somebody sees that there's somebody in the life of your loved one that is so positive, that's so dedicated, how can they not love that? So that would be my roundabout way of answering you. So I hope you guys understand. And
Thank you.
the other thing, Bhavna, I think you were asking how I wasn't here in the beginning. In fact, to be very honest, I never watched Big Boss until I think almost December. And I had
Oh,
only started watching it because a friend of mine was in it. So I was just checking out an episode to see how they were doing. So that's when I ended up getting attached to the entire thing. And one day what happened is there was a film in Punjab that a friend of mine was actually shooting. And we had gone there and we were talking about something. And during the shoot of that, this elderly couple started talking about SidNaaz. And this very elderly couple who were associated to a Gurdwara there. And they told us some stories just randomly because they knew that some of us had come from Bombay and things like that. And they started telling us, oh, do you know one of our girls is there? And I had
oh,
just fallen in love with those stories. So that's why one day when I was listening to Aman, I felt the need to just share that because it was something that connected me. When it's somebody I didn't know, despite knowing people who have worked with her, people who have seen her, but it connected so deeply that I thought it was
yeah.
worth sharing. So there were random acts, random things that happened where I heard about both of these people from different people in my life that made me fall in love with this whole, this whole theory, this whole, what's a good word for it? This hashtag. So yeah, so that's how I
Yeah.
got here. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. It was lovely talking to you. It was very nice talking to you.
Same here. Thank you guys. Yogi ji, thank you. आपसे बात नहीं हुई है, but I love
थैंक यू
listening to you
थैंक
as
यू
well.
थैंक यू
आपकी जो बातें होती है, आपकी कभी-कभी शेर और शायरी होती है. They're very enjoyable. And Bhavna ji, I
नहीं
hope
नहीं
we hear more from you. Very excited. It's always good to hear nice people on this forum who support goodness. So
Yes.
thank you guys. It was a pleasure meeting you both, and I'm sure we'll all get together again sometime soon.
I'm in love with your
ओके
voice.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate it. You guys both, seriously, I'm very I'm humbled by your words. It's very, very kind of you guys to see. And I think again,
वेरी
that's
नाइस
just lovely.
टॉकिंग विद यू मैम, बहुत
Thank
अच्छा
you.
लगा.
Thank you, Aman, and congratulations. मैंने देखा है आपने एक और breaking news दे दी. So, like, once again, आपकी hard work को मैं सराहती हूँ. So, good job. And I think I appreciate you because और एक की तरह, you don't piggyback. आपने कहीं और देखा फिर अपने इसमें डाला, ये आप कभी नहीं करते क्योंकि आप हमेशा first होते हैं. So, keep working hard, and people will keep loving connecting this way. So, take care,
थैंक
everybody.
यू सो मच मैम. विल
Bye.
शेयर
Bye.
Thank you
दिस
so much, ma'am.
पॉजिटिव
Thank you so
लाइव
much.
Thank
on
you.
my
Thank you,
So much.
YouTube
guys.
channel.
Thank you, guys. Continue to have fun, and again, a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Take care. Thanks.
Too.
Bye bye.
Take care मैम.
Likewise.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.